We gonna take apart Spy Kid's toy. Here's what it looks like taken apart. Here's the switch that turns it on and off. Here are the bolts that put it together. Now that we've taken apart the precious toy from my childhood, we can begin to observe it from the inside. Here where both cameras are placed. Here's where you see the battery. And right over here we have the switch. The switch would go right here, and whenever we turn it, those two metal parts would connect together, completing the circuit. Here we see the battery, move along to the speakers, back up to the cameras. Here are the bolts that went into each of those holes. Here's the cover. The cover would fit oh so nicely right here. We set that right down. And here's the thing that murdered it! And now, let's continue. I have now removed the batteries from the toy. As we can see over here, uno, dos, tres, batteries. This thing. Now the circuit's not complete, but now we can start to pick it apart. Oh, look at this angle. Isn't this a nice angle? Let's get a good shot of this toy. Let's try and pop this out. Very hard to do while with the camera at this angle. Alright, here we go, it's out. Okay, screw this. I'll pick this up and I'll do it one-handed. And now here we got a better angle of the toy. Let's try and get this thing out. Hard to maneuver with one hand. And take a look at the back. There you can see where all the wires fit into. And a better shot of the speaker. Yeah, if I can grab it. Set this back right here. Now right here, the speaker, this is where the wub-wubs come out. Where the alarm sounds. Up here, we have the infrared camera. It will shoot out from the toy. Captures motion. And here we have a secondary LED, which also captures motion. If we look here, here's a little black paste. Gross. Let's see if we can adjust this. This little wire right here sticks in the middle of these two, so when the switch turns it on, it'll complete the circuit when the two metal parts touch each other. And that's how this circuit works. Let's move on to the next step. Whee! What's this we have here? A little negative wire. Which was supposed to be a part of the whole thing! But it decided to break off. You pesky little wire. Why I oughta? Okay, I suppose we can keep going without it. Just have to demonstrate where it went before it fell off. I'm gonna need, my finger's not gonna cut it. Gonna grab the screwdriver. This little hole right here, underneath the bigger one, this is where one end of the negative wire went to. The other end would have been attached to this little metal part here, where the battery is. And it all go according to plan. If it didn't mess up. Gotta watch my language. I'm gonna be graded on this. Okay, so now we are going to grab the component, put it back in just to show where it plays its role. We're going to take this little wire here. I can't do it with one hand. Once you have everything where it should be in a calm and orderly fashion, we can begin putting it all back together again. We first start off with the little metal wire between the two horizontal and vertical metal plates. Then we have the little negative wire from earlier, where one end would have gone into the tiny hole that's currently covered in solder, and the other end would fit nice and snug up here behind this tiny metal plate. Now, when we have all that put together, we can begin putting the little caps back onto these little LEDs, which is this one and this one. Let's put them on. That one goes there. This one goes here. Look at this magic. This is where the money happens. And now we can put the batteries back in. Let's begin putting in these batteries. Now we're going to want to make sure that it's facing this way, knowing that the flat end is facing above. Let's put them in. There's 1, 2, and 3. Now we have the battery completely in. And now we're going to put the switch in. Let's do it. Now we got to put the cover on. Let's see how well it fits. And there it is, like it's nothing, but not quite done yet. Gotta pick it up. See, it's not all the way on. You're going to want to really press together with all of your strength. Just make sure it's completely together. That ain't going to fall apart in the slightest. Like so. And now to make sure it doesn't come off, we're going to screw them together. And looky here. All put back together again. Man, it's looking pretty as ever. Let's pick it up here. Yeah, look at this beauty. And fully functional, except for the negative wire that broke off, which makes it completely unfunctional. But, hey, all that matters is we took it apart, put it back together. It's beautiful.